So that is defining data, create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. We'll see this detailed statement, how to go for create, alter, drop, truncate and rename. So let's start with the database. First we have to install the MySQL. You have to start the MySQL. So you can use the show database command to see the database which are existing. Okay, see, these are my database which are currently existing in my system. If I want to go for creating a new database, I can create using the create command. So create, alter, drop, these are called the DDL statements. You can see here DDL, DML, DCL and TCL. So we have the create, alter, drop, truncate, comment and rename. So the practical number 3 is concerned with this data definition language, that is create, alter, drop, truncate and rename. So we will go for the statement create, the command create. So create can be used for creating the database. So if create a database, company. Okay, so my database company will be created. So whatever the tables that I will be creating, I must create inside the company database. So I will write here use company. So whatever I will create, that will go for the data company. So that is how we can go for using the create statement for creating the database. Then next is the alter command. How to use the alter command? Alter can be used for like changing the name of the column or modifying the data type of the column. So first you will create the table. Suppose I create one table, employee. So create can be used for creating the database. It can be used for creating the table. So we will give the data type PID int primary key. Okay, also we can give it as auto increment so that it will be incremented automatically, or we can keep it as primary key only. We can really ename n varchar I am taking, that is I can take the strings as well as integer values in the n varchar. So that is for the employee name, and third is the date of joining. So we'll keep this data type as date. So once we have created a table employee, we can see here the various fields which are contained in that table like EID, ename and date. We can use the alter command for adding a new column. Okay, if you have forgot some column to add in that employee table, we can use the alter command. So we'll use your alter table employee, add column name. Suppose if you want to add the column salary. Okay, so we can add column to the existing table by using the alter command. The second is we can use alter command to modify the data type of the existing fields or whatever we have declared like EID, ename. We can modify the data type of that variable. Let's say we can add one more column here. Suppose I am by mistake adding one field lname as integer data type. Okay, so now I can use the alter command to modify this data type. Int lname must be in characters, so I will modify this data type from int to the string. So this is how we can use the alter command. That is, we can use it to add column to the existing table. We can use it to modify the existing column, or we can change the data type of the existing column. Like we are having lname as int, we can modify it to n varchar. It can also be used to drop the column. Okay, like we have alter table employee drop. So we can use it to drop the existing column which are in that table. So in this way we can use the alter command. And the next is the drop column. Drop will directly remove the table from the database. Like suppose if you create one database, okay, now if I use the drop command, so it permanently remove the database that we have created. Suppose now if you are writing here again movies that existing. So we can use the drop command to permanently remove the that we have created. And one more is the truncate table. So what is the use of the truncate table? So truncate command is used to remove all the rows from the table, but the structure of the table will be maintained. Like we have previously created one database called company. So we will go for the database. So if you want to work on the database, you have to use the command use. Okay. So if you want to see created tables which are created in that database, you can use the command dsc. You can use the show command, show tables, to see the tables which are existing in that database. Okay. If you want to see the structure of this table, we can use the describe command, that is dsc employee. So you can see the structure of the table that we have created: eid, ename, date of joining, and salary. So now we want to go for this command, that is truncate. So truncate is used to remove all the rows from the table. Suppose if you are using the command select star from employee, so it will show all the rows which are there are no rows which are existing. So we will use the insert command. So that is the date of joining and the salary. So we have inserted one row using the DML statement insert. We can again go some more rows. So we are having two rows. So if you issue the select command, you can see the two records which are existing. So we can use the delete command for removing one rows, or we can use the remove all command to remove all the rows which are existing. So if you use the truncate command, the rows which are currently in this table which you have inserted, that will be removed. So you can use truncate table employee. Okay. Now if you issue this command select star from table name, you will not be able to see the data. Okay. So that all the rows are removed if you issue the truncate command, but the structure of the table will be remained. Okay. The structure is not removed. So the difference between this drop and truncate is drop will permanently remove the database that we have created, whereas truncate will maintain the structure of the table, maintain the structure of the database. Okay, whatever the database we have created, that is, if you issue the drop table command, that table will be removed permanently, whereas truncate will maintain that table. So you can see the structure of the table. Okay, the structure is maintained as it is, whereas if I issue the drop table command, table will be permanently removed. Now if I issue this command dsc employee, you will not be able to see the table employee because it is already dropped. Okay, that is permanently deleted. Whereas truncate will not delete the table, it will delete all the rows from the table, but the structure of the table will be maintained. So that is how we can go for the truncate. Rename, it is used for renaming the table name. Like suppose if you have created one more database, so we will create one database. Already we have created the company, so we will create one more database. Okay, now if suppose if I want to rename, we can use for renaming the table. Already we have created one table, but that is deleted. Now we will create one more table. Okay, now if we issue the command describe employee, we can see the structure of the employee table. Now if you want to rename the table, rename employee, okay, to some other name, we can give it as emp. Employee to DDD. So this is how we can use for renaming the table. Like the table DD is existing. So if we want to rename to some other thing, we can use the rename command. So this is how the rename table rename works. We have to use the table for it.